Hi there, this is Bill Prankard. And I just feel I've got something special for you today. I believe God is something special. When we come and we do these videos that you'll watch whenever, and some of your friends will watch, I believe it's a divine appointment. And I believe God gives us words, both Stephen, Carlton, and I. And I'm doing these videos from Mount Zion Camp. Now, many of you don't know where Mount Zion Camp is. Well, I'll tell you, it's in by Gunter Lake in Gilmore, Ontario. And some of you still don't know where it is. Well, if you know Ontario, Eastern Ontario, it's between Belleville and Bancroft. And if you don't know that, well, it's kind of between Toronto and Ottawa. And if you don't know that, well, it's in Canada. Anyway, this is a special place. Gwen and I have been coming here every year to the camp meeting, and I've been ministering for part of the camp for 54 years. The first year we came here, my wife was very, very sick. In fact, she didn't come. I came here with the team, and I really didn't want to be here. Didn't want to be here because that week before I came here, I didn't know anybody here. Gwen had gone to the doctor, and the doctor felt she had cancer. Had taken some tests, and they came back positive. And he'd sent some other tests away and waiting for the results. But he knew there was a growth, a tumor. And he said, we need to operate. We need to get it out. But he said, you're too weak, because she was very, very sick. And so he said, we're going to take 2 weeks to get you built up, get your iron built up and your strength built up and all that, and just rest. And at the end of 2 weeks, we'll do surgery. And so then that was like midweek. And then I'm starting here on the weekend. And so I drove up here, and I didn't want to come. I felt I had nothing to offer here. And the manager of the camp, Garnet Gunter at that time, who's with Jesus now, he came to where I was staying, one of the cottages. He said, Prankard, we've got a rule here. Nobody comes to minister here unless we minister to them. And so that night, before I ministered, they laid hands on me, they prophesied, they poured into me. They didn't know anything what was going on. So then I told them. And for the next few days, I didn't see the men of the camp in the dining room, didn't see them around the grounds. I saw them in services, and I found out that even though they'd never met my wife, they'd been fasting and praying, laying on their faces in their cabins for my wife. And they're a little backwoodsy up here, because Garnet says to me on the Sunday, is your woman coming? Coming? I said, excuse me? Your woman, is she coming? I said, you mean my wife? Yeah. And I said, yeah, they're bringing her Sunday night. Good. I can take you to the place in the tabernacle here where Gwen Prankard laid flat on her back on the power of God and had experience with God and got healed. She got up and said, I know I'm healed. Symptoms were all there, but she didn't care. She knew she was healed. 2 weeks after, she went in the hospital. They put her under anesthetic. When she came out of the anesthetic, the doctor was standing by the bed and said, Mrs. Prankard, you got one of those things your husband talks about. You got a miracle. Paul talked about being a debtor, and he wasn't talking about money. He was talking about the people. You and I are what we are and where we are because of people that have sacrificed, people that have poured into us. And I come here and realize that I am a debtor. I'm in debt big time to so many people. And I know I wouldn't be in ministry today if it hadn't been for this place who kept pouring into me over the years, praying for me, my family. And you've got people in your life. Why not today contact some of them, say thank you. Bless them and tell them what you did made such a difference in my life. We don't say thank you enough. Recognize that we're debtors, and then we can't repay, but we can look for people that we can bless and keep it going. So in Jesus' name, I speak blessing over you and life over you today. Amen.